All right, let's try out this video thing. This is John in N6U, about to embark on my 5-park, 7-county rove for the California QSO Party 2023. I got my Jeep, Ruby. She's all loaded up, and we're heading out from CM87RM up to Fremont Peak State Park on Friday afternoon here, and gonna get settled in there and do CQP practice, hopefully get set up in time for that, and work the Oceania contest if I'm still awake at 11, and then be ready for California QSO Party in the morning. So let's see how this goes. Okay, well, I made it up to Fremont Peak State Park in the campground, and I'm going to set up antennas and see if I'm not too late for the CQP practice. It got to 99 degrees, but didn't break 100, so that's nice. And now it's nice and cool down to something in the 80s, I guess. Okay, well, sleeping in the back seat of the Jeep was not too much more uncomfortable than sleeping on a sofa with a cat. So, success, I guess. I'm awake. And only got one Oceania contact last night. Could hear plenty, but could not bust the pileups on SSB. But we'll see if it's any better this morning before CQP starts. So what I can show you that I didn't get a chance to show you at night last night was the parking setup here. Set up with Ruby. Basically, yeah, it's mobile. Roll up, big antenna. There we go. I'm actually going to hook up the solar panels since the sun is just coming up. So I got the solar panels out to catch some sun and top off the battery from the contacts I made last night. And as you can see, even with the sun just getting over the horizon, the controller is charging the battery, so that's pretty cool. And I'm being pretty strict with my interpretation of the mobile rules for the contest. So right now, I've got the charge controller out, I've got the 17-foot whip going, but before CQP starts, I'll back up the charge controller and put the antenna down to Caltrans legal 14-foot above ground. And that'll be how we run for the CQP. I'm going to go ahead and adjust my antenna into mobile legal configuration. So just what's up with that. So when this is hooked up, the base of the whip is 7, and if the coil is all the way extended, the base of the whip is like 7'1" off the ground. So I got the whip measured to where it is, when this is at this spot right here, it is 6'11" off the ground. So you throw those together and you get 14 feet, which is Caltrans legal height. So we'll put that up. Oh, and I've had people ask me about the mount. So let me show you this. This is actually so great with the quick disconnect. I can probably even do this one-handed, maybe. Yeah, there we go. So the antenna, this is all CB hardware here. Got a mounting bracket and heavy-duty coil, so that the wind forces and stuff don't cause this to bend. And then the quick disconnect just slides on, and click, I'm in, and I've got that secure connection. And then to adjust this to 20 meters, I've got a little, I was using a super antenna coil, so I've got a little thing here. This is what the distance is that it normally is with their regular whip, but with the 17-foot whip on, well, with currently the 6'11" whip on, I can get to 20 meters by getting it up to about there. Now I found the SWR does change when I close my, there we go, I want to be on 14.33. Look at that. SWR is affected a little bit when I open and close the doors, but the resonant frequency pretty much stays the same. All right, it is Saturday morning and the contest is about to start, and we for a mobile operation. Not moving, but legal to move. And sitting here in Fremont Peak State Park. So this is also a POTA activation. I am going to see if I can get a frequency a little bit early, calling CQ POTA, and get that going before the contest starts in a few minutes. So 7.3 and N6U. This is frequency in use. Nothing heard. CQ Parks on the air. This is November 6, Juliet Mobile calling CQ POTA. All right, so 15 meters did a little better for me. Most of my best luck was people out of state hunting California with their Yagis pointing at me, so that worked out a little bit better. Only 10 contacts so far, but at least it's a successful POTA activation, if nothing else. So I'm going to move on to 10 meters because I can hear some activity there. And for 15 meters, it turns out my hamstick tuned better and seemed to perform better than the whip. So go figure. But I will switch back to the whip because the whip kept trying to be a 10-meter antenna no matter what I did to it. So maybe we'll do a good look there. So I also wanted to show you the case that I got for my ham sticks. I was looking for something to keep them safe. The only thing that I could find that was big enough for this length of ham sticks, went to Cabela's and got a shotgun case. So not your typical ham radio accessory, but it seems to fit well in the Jeep, so that works out. So I've put away the headset because it's a big double ear headset and the foot pedal, which would not work while I'm driving. And I had a single ear headset that I was going to try and use, but the audio levels from the mic just don't drive the radio even with it all the way up. It's supposed to be compatible with the ICOM with their electric microphone input, but it's not getting those levels, so I'm going to have to contact the manufacturer. What you probably can't see, or actually maybe you can, the airspace here is full of insects. There's an insect density per cubic meter that they're coming after me, so also lots of fun. But they don't bite, they're just annoying. So lots of fun, but all in mobile configuration here, except obviously putting the laptop away before I drive. And we'll see how that goes to do 10 meters in mobile. I'm going to do the rally stationary and then stand 10 meters while I drive to the next spot. So N6J mobile. All right, so ended up down at Pigeon Point, which is my overnight spot. Very different environment down here. From 104 was the peak that I saw when I was driving through. 71 degrees out here at the beach. I guess what's a hostel without a proper Jimi Hendrix Volkswagen camper hippie van? Now that would be a great place to set up an antenna, but it's closed to the public because it's crumbling and falling down and unsafe, and they're hoping to be able to restore it. So this is as close as we get. It's tough to get a break to watch the amazing wildlife here. There's lots of birds all gathering here, so I guess there's lots of fish. And then I don't know if this is going to show up very well on here, but there appear to be like pods of orcas feeding, perhaps. If you look at the way the splashes are happening way out there. So of course this is the only location I did not scout out for radio before having this be one of my spots, and it has 5.9 noise. You can probably hear it. Not so great. And that's on similar noise on 10, 15, and 20 so far. Well, even though the lighthouse is closed to the public, it is still a functioning light. So we'll sit here for just a second. There you go. Well, I have 101 contacts. It is 7:45 in the morning. I'm never awake this early, but I actually checked out of the hostel and everything. And it's, as you can see, very foggy here at the lighthouse. See over the shoulder. And before I get on the road while I'm still in the park, I'm going to try to see if I can catch any early shift contacts, and I know they're very much awake on the East Coast by now, so let's see if I get any propagation over there. So I've got a handful of contacts. It's a very noisy location, possibly the power lines you can see right here, or just everything else going on. But got a few contacts from some folks outside California calling CQ California, so that was cool, on a few bands. And I am going to get ready to pack up and head out. I've still got the complicated whip on, so I'm going to replace that with the little CB antenna that I like to drive around with. And I tell people ham radio, portable ham radio is a lot like fishing. You've got to put all the stuff into the equipment and set it up and throw out a line, and maybe you get something, and maybe you get a lot, and maybe you get a big fish, maybe you just get nothing. Nice foggy day to get going on the rove up from Pigeon Point up to San Francisco, and as usual I'm hours behind the schedule I originally had in mind. But we'll see how it goes.
California QSO Party. California from Kilowatt Victor 0 India, KEP 0I in Nebraska. Whiskey 6 Oscar, you're a 5-1-6 Nebraska. Wonderful. You are number 14 in Sugar Mike Alpha Tango in San Mateo. QSL, thank you very much.
So I'm at Candlestick Point State Park, where behind me you can see where Candlestick Park used to be, the stadium, and looks like this is going to be a good spot. I parked, turned on the radio, haven't even changed out from the little travel antenna. Really good signals booming right there on tent. So hopefully this will be a good wrap up for the California QSO Party. I'm not going to make it to the Marin County spot that I had planned, but should be good activation here as well for the POTA Park, and I'm on a county line, so let's see how we do.
QSL, thanks a lot for Los Angeles, 73. California, CQ California for the California QSO Party, November Sierra 4 X-ray.
November 6 Juliet, mobile.
Okay, I heard 2 stations in there, November 6 Echo, go ahead. Thank you very much for laughing, you're number 159, Tennessee. 73, the other station.
November 6 Japan, mobile.
Okay, I heard a mobile. Again, please.
Norway 6 Japan, mobile.
Is that Norway 6 Japan?
Roger, roger.
Okay, you are number 160, Tennessee.
Thank you. You are number 84 in 2 counties, San Francisco and San Mateo.
Okay, so San Francisco got that one, and the other county, please.
Sierra Mike Alpha Tango, San Mateo.
Okay, got it. Thanks for the dual county QSO. Good luck.
Good luck to you, 7-3.
CQ California.
So I've got somebody from Italy, really nice, super clear signal. He's having long DX sort of, what radio do I have kind of conversations. But we'll see if I can get through. November 6, Juliet.
November 6, Japan is correct.
Roger, roger. We're a special event station for the California QSO Party, and you're 5-5 into California.
Okay, thank you for coming back to my call. Norway 6, Japan. If you need, I give the number 003, Roger.
Oh, thank you for 003. I was going to ask, you are my number 087 in San Francisco and San Mateo counties. I'm on a county line.
Okay, thank you for 087, 003 for your critical signal from West Coast 59. Ciao, grazie, enjoy the radio, my friend. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you. You got a wonderful signal. I'm just sitting in my Jeep with a vertical antenna and 100 watts. So I'm really glad we can make contact. Enjoy your day there in Italy.
Okay, beautiful. 100 watts. You're coming here really well. I'm using 300 and Delta Loop antenna, only the 6 elements right there. Ciao, grazie. Enjoy the radio, my friend. Bye-bye.
Ciao, 7-3.
Ciao, 73. Bye-bye.
CQ California QSO Party, November 6 Juliet, mobile. Oh, and my final scoreboard. Thanks to WB6HYH for being my last contact of the QSO Party right down at the wire. All right, that's the end of the California QSO Party 2023. I ended up with 183 contacts, counting county lines appropriately. Serial number through 115, so that's nice, and 10,614 points. We'll see how many of those hold up, but I think I got pretty good on the accuracy. Maybe not as great as I was hoping, since I'm just a single op. There was no calls in motion. So there were points where I pulled off to the side of the road and a nice, drop off, nice view, whatever, and pulled off to the side of the road and made a few mobile contacts. But I didn't make any actually while driving. I promised my wife I would not do that. So since it's just me, so not quite as great as I had hoped for this year, but I beat last year's score, and that's pretty good progress for me, so I'm happy about that. I think my main problem is still being overambitious with how quickly I can get to places and how much else I need to do, and actually doing things like eating and sleeping. Those turn out to be important, so maybe next year I'll think about doing something different. Maybe I'll just do expedition instead of mobile. I was listening to a great interview with WD60 about California QSO Party, and he was talking about how there's so few mobiles in California because basically you spend your time driving through canyons to get from one good place, drive a long time with no contacts, get to another good place, and it's true. So I may rethink that, or maybe just do like 2 places next year or something. So we'll see what that looks like. But had a lot of fun. Still nice and sunny here out at whatever park I'm at. No, Candlestick Point. Out the window here, there's folks out doing aquatic things, or at least there were a few minutes ago. There's some folks out fishing, and just generally enjoying the sunny day. So I put my headsets on so it wouldn't bother anybody, and we had a good run here. So now I'm either deciding whether to pack up or take advantage of the fact that I have my tunable antenna on there and pick up like 12 and 17 for one of the POTA awards for working as many bands as possible from a park. So I'm going to do one of the other of those things and then go home. So 7-3 from N6J operating as November 6 Juliet Mobile, and hope you all had fun in the California QSO Party as well.